In the deepest oceans of Darkenrock, life has adapted to pressures that would crush most known creatures before they ever took form. Here, the sea is not a sanctuary, it is a forge for advanced evolution. And in that forge, one of the most formidable beings to emerge is a colossal abyssal predator known as the Jaro. The Jaro is immense, estimated to stand 500 feet tall when fully elevated, and to weigh more than 120,000 metric tons. It is less a creature and more a moving disaster. Its body is supported by 4 massive crab-like legs, each built to carry impossible weight across unstable terrain and the trench floors. From its upper frame extend 4 elongated arms ending in crushing claws. It is not a delicate hunter. It is built like a siege engine. Each step shifts the ground beneath it. Across its back and head runs a colossal shell, layered with hardened plating and marked by vivid, unnatural patterns. These colors are not random. In nature, bright markings often signal danger. The Jaro has taken that warning and made it impossible to ignore. Its shell is coated in a toxic surface compound. For native Darkenrock organisms, exposure is not always fatal, but for CGE explorers, the effect was immediate. Blood began to thicken, breathing failed, the body began to shut down from the inside. Then, death. What began as a discovery became a mass casualty event within moments. The first recorded encounter took place along a Darkenrock shoreline. A CGE expedition team had detected what appeared to be a giant egg buried beneath the sand. The object was warm, alive, protected. The team began excavation, and that was their mistake. As the sand was removed, the ground beneath them gave way. A chamber opened. Then, the mist erupted. Thick vapor burst from beneath the beach, rolled across the shoreline like a living thing. Within seconds, visibility was lost, and within moments, the suits began to fail. The support vessel offshore reported screams through the comms. At first, they could not identify what they were seeing. Then, the shape emerged. 4 legs, 4 arms, a shell large enough to dwarf transport crafts, and beneath it, the egg. The Jaro had not risen to hunt, it had risen to protect. That instinct is common in nature. On Darkenrock, it is deadly. The Jaro is believed to be a deep ocean apex predator. It waits, then it moves, then it kills, then it returns to the dark. If this is only one of the apex organisms within Darkenrock's oceans, what remains below has yet to be fully observed. And in that thought alone is kind of horrifying. Its 4 eyes provide wide-range vision in near total darkness. The shell offers more than protection, it is a weapon. 6 dorsal vents release a thick green mist used to disorient prey. In open water, this is effective. On land, it is catastrophic. The mist melted their suits. Then it melted them. What remained was no longer human. The Jaro carries egg sacs beneath its body. This confirms the shoreline encounter was not random. It was a nesting site. The team had not discovered something new. They had disturbed something that was already watching. Few things in nature are more dangerous than a parent defending its young. Few things are more dangerous still when the parent weighs more than a city block. Across the shell, orange ore-like growths have been observed. The material is unknown. It is also the strongest substance recovered from Darkenrock to date. It resists heat, pressure, cutting tools, and it remains attached to something that cannot be safely approached. Every part of the Jaro serves a purpose. The legs support, the claws destroy, the shell protects, the vents obscure, the coloration warns, the eggs ensure continuation. This is not accidental design. This is survival, perfected under pressure. The surviving officers described the creature as it returned to the ocean. It did not pursue them. It did not need to. By then, most were already dead. One survivor reported that the ocean seemed to move with the creature, as if the water itself was reacting. He described it as breathing. In the records of the CGE, the Jaro stands among the most dangerous known life form in the Darkenrock system. Not because it is fast, not because it is intelligent, but because it is large enough to ignore most threats, and deadly enough to punish the rest. It is a guardian, a predator, and an ancient warning wrapped in armor. In the deep oceans of Darkenrock, there are places where the water grows still. Those are the places explorers avoid, because when the sea stops moving, something below it may already be listening.